Hello everyone and welcome to UNF2 Round 5 here at the Spanish GP. I am ROP, aka Pepsi Freak 212, and I am joined by Frecci Viola. Frecci, say hello.
Hey Pepsi, great to be back here with you again. Looking forward to today.
That is, after last week's exciting race, which if you have not seen, please go check out. It was round 4 at the UK. Or we do have some highlights, well, we had the last couple laps on the Instagram page, so make sure you go check that out as well. But if you haven't seen it, I'll give you a chance to click off. But it was a great battle between 8,000 RPM and Toss My Salad, who duked it out in the last couple laps. And now here we're at the Spanish GP, and Toss My Salad, even though he wasn't the winner last week, he is kind of hoping to close that gap on Cross Tommy because he's currently only 8 points down. So, as a couple people are joining a little bit late, because sometimes it happens in the real world, it is a 30-minute qualifying session, and we don't let you sit through most of it, we'll do a quick rundown of what has currently happened so far to see. Cross Tommy seems to be having internet problems, but if he can get that thing fixed and sorted, he will be sitting in pole position. But he did his lap on hards, though, so he should still have a set of softs to go. 8,000 RPM in second, instead of put his time on, I think, also a set of hards. Toss in third. Stefano, who crashed out of qualifying, is currently a P4, but he's not going to be able to prove on that time, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Slotty Bank P5, Donut Glazer 6th, Silencer 13 7th, Nova Rocky, who's had a little bit of some interesting moments during qualifying here in 8th, and the World in 9th, the Donsta in 10th, I the 1 in 11th, which is AK Crudity from last week, and Timid will round out in 13th. So we do have about 6 minutes to go here. Cross Tommy has rejoined the session. Well, I think Frecci's kind of getting some invites sorted out, so we'll just quickly run through some laps here. I think Toss on an out lap here, so he's going to look to try to improve. Fretch, have you seen anything qualifying so far worth noting?
No, it's been pretty quiet out on the track. Guys are just going through the motions of qualifying right now. It looks like Cross Tommy, Stefano, let's see where Timbet is. Timbet is just going out on the softs now, so we got most of our drivers are still in the hard compound, so we're going to be seeing some more fast times to be set here in the final 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is the go fast time. 5 laps to go. Track's as much rubbered as possible as it's going to get, and it's going to be interesting to see if anyone can push, as Cross has left again. We're going to have to see.
Toss My Salad has set a fast first sector.
He has.
He can improve on the lap here. He's sitting in P3, which is a good spot for him, but if we can manage to pull off Cross Tommy having internet issues right now, if he can manage to pull off a pole position, it's his race for the taking.
I was going to say, that corner was tricky in UNF1. This one and this one right here, which took out the Donsta. And this corner can really get you a corner cut, or if you go too far, it can end your race. But it looks like he took it relatively nicely. And he has set a fast sector too. Purple up a second on his lap, so he will go provisional P1 if he can hold through the third sector.
Yeah, you really have to be brave through that corner that you're talking about. It takes some balls of steel.
Especially with some of these drivers that don't like to run with traction. It just feels like the back end will get loosey-goosey on you if you're not careful. I mean, I should know. I mean, I ran here without a single pedally during our Spanish GP while everyone else around the field got pedally, so it takes a foot or a finger of control to make sure you don't send it off. As he's going to cross the line here, Toss,
wow.
P1.
Yep, there we go. That was a beautiful lap from Toss all the way through. As we got Joey TG Games during the session, another fast driver who's made it here today.
We do have a couple.
Shout out to Joey.
We do have a couple drivers from the UNF1 calendar that stopped by today, and they did get a chance to race, so they did show some interest in UNF2. And that will be the Donsta, who was Mr. Driver of the Day, and the World as well has joined us. Well, so hopefully, if they can make their schedules work, they can be nice, consistent drivers for the rest of the season. It's a little bit maybe late for championship runners. Crudy's going to block his teammate almost. But it'll be interesting to see. Timid's now going to start a flyer. Here, too. He was relatively good last week, and he's shown good pace. He's currently third in the standings, but he's still got a long way to go to catch. So he's going to have to keep the foot down, keep the head down, and hope for some bad luck for Toss and Cross. And get it with Cross right now with internet issues. As Timid goes a little bit wide there, he's going to push, but he's still keeping it great. Let's see where he is at the end of Sector 2 here. Goes out to the wide. Oh, he goes wide, and he validates his lap, so he's going to have to go another go-around. As Cross Tommy's also currently on his out lap here, and it looks like he is currently in the points for a reason, so we'll see if he can push and keep that pace going. But anyway, I do like to say, since we do have some time here waiting for some guys to start some laps, me and you both did some practice for us at Spain last night with a bunch of other boys in these F2 cars. Is there anything worth noting from these cars? How it handles different from the the F1 machinery? Well, personally, since I don't know, I think maybe Frenchie's currently looking at something, but personally, for me, what I noticed is it just feels like, again, you have to hit your marks perfectly in these cars. I know we say this week in and week out, but it's more about braking than it is about skill. So it will be interesting to see if these drivers can keep the foots right and not overlock the cars or cut those corners. So anyway,
sorry, I'd like to add on to that, Pepsi.
Go ahead.
A little bit of a technical glitch there with the microphone, had it on mute, but yeah, this track is super technical. These F2 cars, it feels like a journey when you're on a lap of these things. Like as you see here, it's just over around a minute 30 in race trim. That's how long a lap is. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of drivers that gotta maintain focus and really hit every apex, because like we saw in Timbet's flyer, you miss one corner, you miss one apex, then it's gonna be an inval.
And he just almost did it again there, but he kept it clean. He's up on his time, but it's not purple. Actually, it is a purple sector too. So, but at least according to the sector times, doesn't look like he's that much up though. So we'll see if he can keep it home. But Cross is presumably going to be coming set a time here, so we'll keep an eye on both of them as they set their times. Also, 8,000 currently in fourth, also going to start his flyer. So we got a lot of drivers to keep an eye on here as we get ready for Go Fast Day.
Oh, Timbet just invals on the last chicane.
And he's going down pit road. He's calling it a day.
See what Cross can do now.
Cross
he nails that corner beautifully. DRS
Cross
activated.
Cross is currently up on his time. He's up half a second, so currently again he'd be provisional P1, but let's see what he does in this last sector here. It's easy to cut, especially with that left-right in the last two sections. See here, it takes
a little bit deep there.
Did get the apex though on the exit, so relatively nice here. We'll see how he does this corner here. 1-2, hits the apex, doesn't go too wide. As long as he doesn't bungle the last corner, he should have a good time here. Keeps it off the green, and it's going to be a run to the line, opens the DRS straight, and provisional P1 with a 126.6. He saw what Toss My Salad did, and he raised the bar up by going half a second clear of what Toss did. But now 8,000 looking to rebuttal here on his fresh softs. That is not validated. I don't know if he's got it, how he took that corner a little deep, but still relatively good.
See if he can get onto the podium here. He has a chance.
On the last corner here, gets down, hits the apex, gets a good exit, doesn't hit the green. Going to be a run down to the line, and it's going to be a 127.3. That's going to put him P3. He's going to pass Timid, but no higher. But he's going to have another lap here to go at it. As Slotty Bang on his lap, also going to come here, but I don't think it's any faster. Nope, it is not. Donut Glazer retires. He's happy with his P7. And that is the end of session.
It looks like we got End of the World. He's probably going to try. He's not going to get another lap in, so that's unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he just invalidated.
He's in the top 10 on his debut, so good for End of the World. Shout out to him.
Joey, TJ Games, and Young Chaz. Young Chaz Carolina, no, I think he's invalidated. Any chance he had a lap now is gone. And Joey, TJ Games also invalidated. So Cross,
We've got Avenged King, who I think he's on a timed flyer, so we'll see what he can do here. He's 6/10 down on his fast lap, so something happened earlier.
It did say he had a purple sector too, but maybe that was just a glitch in my screen, so I'm not 100%, but we'll see what he does here. But it looks like Toss has given up on his lap. Cross, I think, is giving up on his lap, so I think everything will hold. We'll just see how Avenge does here.
It looks like a good lap from Avenge here. Let's see what he can do.
Nah, he's too slow off the line here. Well, he could still improve, though, but he's not going to go P1.
Yeah.
128.9. That will put him P7.
It's a good improvement on the quali for him.
8,000's also improved on his lap, so we'll see here. He's going to be the last driver in qualifying. Well, I think Slotty can do one more lap, too, but we'll see at 8,000. He's going to cross the line. He's going to improve, and he's going to get P2. And Slotty, the last driver waiting on here. Let's see if he can improve. It looks like, nah, he's not going to improve. We'll see. I can't write him off every time. And he will improve, but not break out any fire. So that should be the end of qualifying here. No one else is currently on a lap, but we just wait for Cross Tommy's car to go into pit road here. So yeah,
that was a pretty competitive end of qualifying right there. We saw a bunch of guys kind of play musical chairs there in the top 5, top 6.
Big Papa actually joined. I assume he was supposed to be here last week, but I don't know if he was supposed to be here this week. But good for him. Good for him to show up. We do have an insider from Toss My Salad who on radio comms has just said left front softs die after one lap. So it would be interesting to see if other drivers maybe try the hards or the harder compound to start the race, then go softs. But they do have free reign to pick their tires. But right now, your top order currently is Cross Tommy in first, 8,000 in second, Toss in third, Tim in fourth, and Slotty in fifth. And Cross will extend his lead on Toss to 12 by getting the fastest lap of qualifying. Donster doing the Donster Precision, though, by qualifying last, but we'll see, near the back, so we'll see, interesting to see how he handles the race. So as we wait for the loading screen here to continue on. Since park permit is off, the drivers can make adjustments and make anything they feel to their cars may or may not be according to their liking. So this is the last section. So, for instance, if Toss thinks the tires are a little bit too worn, he can maybe change the setup a little bit, maybe try to deload the tires a little bit. But it'll be interesting to see if any drivers take advantage of that as we wait for the grid here to start. One thing worth noting, and this has been a recent rule change in UNF2 as well, so it would be worth noting, is that both races are now 50%, so we can get a safety car. Because in the last couple weeks, we've had a little bit of a interesting lap one, and we've seen some instances where probably a safety car should be called, but since it's a 50-25, no safety cars are allowed in F2 racing. So because now it's below 50, the safety car will come out, and the driver we pay to drive the safety car is going to get his work cut out for him. So it will be interesting to see if the safety car does come out, whether virtual or realistic, to join us on the track today. As we're waiting for the last couple seconds here before the formation lap, everyone making the last-minute adjustments. As we're now just waiting, and now we are going to wait, and here comes the formation lap. It looks like, let me put on the tires there. Oh, someone did jump the formation lap. I don't think it's a pedally, though, so he'll be fine on those fronts. It looks like everyone went to the hards except 8,000, Timid, and Slotty. So, and End the World. So it looks like last week where Timid went for the softs and Cross went for the hards, and that was the main fight. It looks like 4 drivers have went for the softs, including 8,000, Timid, Slotty, and Enda, while everyone else has gone the hards. So it'll be interesting to see if that works, as the Dancer and Silencer both get disqualified from their formation lap. French, I have not let you have a word in endwise here. Is there anything you'd like to say?
Yeah, not too much. We got probably gonna have an AI in the race, which is unfortunate, in Big Papa, who accidentally joined the session. But we'll see here. We got, so like you said, Silencer and Donsta, and it looks like Joey is good to go. Yeah, so we just got Silencer and Donsta who are gonna really pay for that mistake in the formation lap drastically. In these F2 cars, when you don't have the warm tires or warm brakes, it really affects the performance of the car.
That they do. As Cross does what the Cross Tommy does best, speed on a formation lap. We'll do a quick rundown of the 17 drivers that have joined us today. One of the fullest grids we've had. Cross Tommy, currently in pole position, 8,000 RPM, who won one last week's sprint race in second. Toss My Salad in third. Timid in fourth. Slotty in fifth. Stefano in sixth. Avenge King in seventh. Donut Glazer, the commentary who makes good woodwork, in eighth. I the One in ninth. Novaraki in 10th. Silencer and the Donster 11th and 12th, currently sitting on the grid because they got DSQ'd on the formation lap. Young Chazza in 13th, who's in a different ride this week because of joining late. Joey TG Games in 14th. End the World in 15th. Big Papa Malk, who's not currently here because he left, so that will be his AI. You can just kind of ignore him. He'll be putting around the back and bearing any DNFs. And so Cobrazy will be rounding out 17th. So a nice, interesting showing here. One of the fullest grids we had, so it'll be interesting to see turn one. A lot of these drivers have raced with each other. There are a few new faces, so it'll be interesting to see how they handle the F2 cars and how they handle everyone else's driving styles. I don't think we'll have Calamity Corner, but I can hope. As we wait for the 5 red lights here, and it is not go, because we have to wait for Granny to trip the wire here, but it looks like someone did jump to start. Stefano jumped to start along with Big Papa Malik. If that's Big Papa Malik's AI, that's kind of interesting to see if they jumped it. Now, away they go.
Those are AIs. There is a little bit of a glitch within the F2 cars where the AIs jump to start. So
as we got 3 wide battle here, possibly going into turn 1. No, the crew to Carlin thinks better of it. And it looks like everyone's made it relatively through, but we got a little bit of a squeezy between Cross Tommy 8,000. Cross Tommy loses it back in, and he's got some damage going into the wall there. Toss is currently fighting timid Slotty for the position here, and it looks like, yep, Cross lost it like he did in the UNF1 race, as it looks like everyone else has relatively got through. So we got a big wide battle here in the back between Soko Brazy and Toshi Games, and Joey TJ Games goes a little wide, clips the sand, but he's going to lose the position to Soko Brazy.
Wow, and the field is still all bunched up. We got 8,000 RPM, who's our penultimate leader. He's pulling a gap out front. Tim Bettis in second, Slotty Bang in third, Toss My Salad in fourth. But this is all going to be up for grabs right now, as the field is all backed up behind each other. We got to line up all the way down the grid.
That we do. Cross Tommy's going to be kicking himself for what happened lap 1. He's got a long race, though. There is a safety car possibly going to come out if someone crashes, so just needs to keep the foot down. And the world just did pass Cross Tommy for the position, as it looks like, yep, F8000 has got a little bit of gap at Timid, but Timid, Oh, we do have a yellow flag, Sector 2, Sector 3, as someone has lost it. I think that is Silencer, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, Silencer has spun it on his own, as 8,000 and the world has tried to pass Joey TG Games for 15th. It gives him a little bit of a pinch, but it will make the overtake happen, as we do have a yellow flag, but that's still Silencer's car. Stefano sets the fast lap, but he is an AI, so we will wait for the actual car.
Even the back of the field here is just a battle. We got two guys dropping into the pits, End of the World and Cross Tommy. Donsta and Joey look like they're safe with the wings, but they're staying out. Okay. So then you got 8,000 RPM, who's still up front in the lead. Timbed and Slotty Bang is in third. So yeah, but this is a good race we're gearing up for. It's now 8,000.
We do have a yellow flag, Sector 1. Oh, Toss My Sound is spun. That is not good. Toss My Sound was looking to capitalize on Cross's mistake, and he's also basically just did what I think Cross Tommy has done.
It looks like he doesn't have any wing damage, though. I was just checking out his front wing, and it looks good. So we'll see if he can recover. It looks like he has both end plates and the screen. So
it looks like he'll be all right for at least the time being, so he won't lose time on a pit stop.
8,000 RPM has now made his way through the two AIs that jumped the start in that little glitch there with the game.
Now they are ghosted.
We got ghosted now, so they don't play a big factor.
As we do have it's not just another AI car. I was going to say Slotty's on Big Papa, but Big Papa is currently an AI, so we don't have to worry about that. It looks like everyone's kind of spaced out here. The big battle right now looks like for 6, as Donut Glazer's possibly going to get passed here by Avenge for the position. And it's going to be interesting if they can hold him up, as we got a big battle here. And I think we also have Avenge goes a little wide off that corner here. Going to open the door for Nova Rocky to make a pass, as Soko Brazy gets a little squirrely coming off the corner. We got like multiple battles here to cover. Oh, he's side by side with the Donsta. Bad angle there. They touch wheels. As it looks like he's going to cut the corner a little bit, and it's going to allow the Donsta to pass. We do have yellow flag, Sector 3 here. Oh, someone's around. Did we get a catch who that is?
It looks like Donut Glazer.
Donut Glazer.
The dams.
There's a lot of battles here and a lot of cover things. We got 3 wide here for 10th. 11th, actually. Young Chaz and Joey TJ Games, Top Sound are all fighting here for position.
Oh, Nova Rocky's been spun off.
Nova Rocky's been spun off.
He's lost his. And he retires his car. He couldn't put it into reverse. He's lost his front wing and he's out.
And we do have a safety car.
Safety car. That's brought out a safety car. Our first safety car of the UNF2 season.
All right, there was a lot going on there between multiple packs of the field. That we got some bad angles. I will personally apologize, but there was a lot of fighting there in the midfield that was hard to cover everything. You had battles for 10th, battles for 6th, battles for 8th. So a lot happening. It will be interesting to see. It just a lot of people were very close. But as we take a minute to breathe here, that's going to help Cross Tommy, who actually I think he repitted, so he's going on a set of softs. So any advantage Cross Tommy would have got is now gone by staying out, but I guess he'll just be on a fresh tire at the end.
I wonder if he didn't really understand the F2 strategies there. That's going to be a long pit. That's a long pit stop.
I also like to point out, Crudity went like 10 laps on his softs, or I guess now I the one last week in Britain, and his tire popped. I don't think he's going to be able to make it on that soft the whole distance. Maybe I don't know the strategies here at Spain, but it'll be interesting to see. As 8,000, Timid, and Slotty all in the softs are most likely going to pit here, because that would make sense. Try to make it to the end on the harder compound, and that they all will pit. Stefano, Big Poppy are not important, but it looks like I the one is going to stay out, so he should be de facto leader, bearing how the safety car plays out. Yeah, he should be de facto leader. Avenge King's also going to stay out, so he'll take over de facto P2. And Young Stappen also stays out. Soko Brazy also be out. Joey TJ Games sped in pit lane. So I think the people that started on hards here are in a bit of a rock and a hard place situation because it's too early to pit the softs, but they're losing a free pit stop because they can't pit. So this is really going to play out in the people that just pitted, 8,000, Timid, and Slotty. Wouldn't you say that, Fretch?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. Like, I don't totally understand the decision of the guys in the back. Like, Cross Tommy, I don't understand. Unless he had some more wing damage, I guess that's why he had to pit again. I didn't get to see his pit stop, but
I did take a look at it. I don't think
he did. Like, so 8,000 RPM decided to pit for a fresh set of parts, along with Timbet and Slotty. And so yeah, so I guess that's what happened. Like, I kind of agree with you. The guys up from P1 to P7 or to P8, sorry, they're kind of put into a tough position where if they went on any, I don't know if they have a decision between. I think it's only the hard and soft.
Yeah, no, it's only the soft and the hard. It's not like F1 where they get 3 tires.
Yeah.
Like,
so
that would have perfect fit for the mediums.
Yeah, they're in kind of a tough place where it's kind of also interesting for the guys that pitted to the hards. Are they going? Yeah, I think I'm positive that they'll be able to last that long, but how will they be looking around lap 15, lap 16?
Avenge King wants to know if the incident was his fault. I don't know. We'll see if Donut Glaze and the rest have a question mark on that. We're kind of looking through different titles here, so we are sorry, Avenge. We do not have an answer for you here in the booth. We had some ESPN camera cuts there, so apologies. But anyway, as we do have one more lap of safety car here, yeah, I think Cross Tommy wants to try to carve his way through the field like butter on those softs. Oh, as it looks like Silencer just lost the back end again, trying to catch up to the field. But it looks like Cross Tommy wants to carve his way through the field like butter, but he's going to have to pit again. And a lot of people are going to have to pit again because they can't switch to another compound. So this, as long as there's not another safety car, 8th, let me just pull up tires one more time here, as End the World gets 3 seconds of speeding on the safety car. Actually, no, just for multiple warnings, my mistake. But if we look at the tires, yeah, 8,000, Timid, Slotty, Joey, End the World, Silencer should all be, well, maybe not Joey and Silencer because they're on softs, but all those other drivers I listed should be at least in the catbird seat because they're not going to have to pit again, if my math's correct. As 8,000, oh, 8,000! Oh, that's not good. He just collided with a Donster, and he's going to get a 5-second time penalty. And
yeah, we'll see here if they get a recording of what happened. Sometimes, like under these safety cars, our stewards have had a lot of incidents in UNF1 where there's a slight contact and the game will just quickly give you a 5-second penalty. Well, as 8,000 RPM is kind of quick to the, you got to be quicker on the brakes there, 8,000. But everyone has to just kind of be more relaxed into the safety car right here. I know we're getting geared up for a restart right now, but
I like to point out some of the field.
As I was saying, our UNF1 stewards will review the incident, and if they don't deem it as deserving of a 5-second penalty, which most likely it was not deserving, they'll quickly will remove it and calculate the finishing times accordingly.
I don't think.
Are we getting ready for a restart
no,
right here, Pepsi?
Safety car is not coming in yet because it's not slowed the field. I was going to say it was coming in. Cross Tommy and Silencer really far off the safety car pace. Like they would be in the hole, but I guess safety car is going around one more lap, so I guess we'll be waiting here one more lap.
Probably for that reason.
So they get their get out of jail free card again. I think Cross has already used 2 of them, but right now Toss is looking for a good recovery drive here. Again, I know I keep saying Toss. Toss is now currently 12 points out, and he could really capitalize on a good finish here. But he's just gonna have to keep his head down. As I think, let me take a quick look at the constructor standings while we wait here as well, because I know Toss and Either One are currently fighting for position.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that Viper Noah couldn't attend this weekend session because him and Cross Tommy have really been putting up a great fight in UNF2, and they've pulled a lead in the constructors. It was close last week, but after Cross Tommy's performance on the 27th, they kind of pulled a gap to BWT.
We wait for the safety car to finish up here. This will be the lap it comes in. Everyone is now caught up, so it'll be interesting to see. As I do quickly try to pull up the standings here, look at some other things here as well. Yeah, Trident is currently in the lead at 158, while BWT is currently at 136. So it'll be interesting to see. Again, it looks like a two-team fight between the Trident and BWT. So again, good points with Cross Tommy having a bad race here. Could be good to catch up. As safety car is in this lap, either one will lead him to the line here. The AI cars, hopefully the AI cars don't cause any trouble here with lagging, as either one did just pass Big Papa. I hope that doesn't give Crudity, or I guess either one, a glitch. And he's not giving the spot back either. He's passed both cars. It'll be interesting to see. As we go in the last couple corners here, as everyone seems to be passing those AI cars. Oh, we got a little bit of a stack up there as Avenger gets tapped by Young Chaz, as either one has just sped off going into the distance. Young Chazza currently in 5th. I mean, he may have wing damage because of that little collision. It looks like the rest of the field is kind of not knowing where to go here. Looks like half the field kind of got off the line and the other half didn't. Either one just kind of putzed it down the line.
Yeah, those two AIs have kind of come back to bit us.
Mm-hmm. As we do have a battle here for 11th, as Slotty, Joey, and Timid are all fighting here. As Timid goes a little wide, pushes End the World a little wide, he will get the position because both of them are on go time because they need to get through this field quickly. Joey is also passing possibly, yeah, that's Donut Glazer for 10th here. So again, good little pass there for the position. The Donster, yep. So as either one is sped off to the distance here, because he just timed that thing. I'm shocked he didn't give him a penalty for passing those two AI cars.
I gotta give a quick shout out to 8,000 RPM. He just made a beautiful move around the outside on toss. Again, after last week's.
Oh, we do have Yellow Flags Sector 2 arrows. We got a big stack up here. Oh, somebody's around. I think that's Cross Tommy. Is it Cross Tommy?
That was End of the World. Donsta, Joey, TG Games.
Yep.
Wow, so big spin for End of the World, Joey and Donsta, so that's unfortunate for them. Silencers at the back of the pack, as you can see. Travis and Cross Tommy are battling at the back of the pack here. Go work our way up through the order. We've got Tim Bed, Slotty. It's a nice battle here in the midfield. They're trying to catch up to those front pack guys of 8,000 RPM.
As it looked like, I think I couldn't tell who that was because some of these cars are like, as Slotty comes, so go crazy goes to pit, but someone just cut the corner like it was no tomorrow. As we got a big battle. Oh, the Carlin car on the wall. Timid's in the wall, but it looked like a blocking move by Cross, so I think Timid's going to have a complaint with Cross Tommy. Oh, they're back in the wall again! Oh, that's not going to be good.
That was Slotty Bang. He got spun around there on the straights. And End of the World is forced to retire from the position. He was at the back of the pack.
As that lot happened, I think the steward's going to have a good look and see what happened there, because that looked maybe like a blocking incident to me, because it looked like it was like the face move here. As Donut Glazer kind of gets a little squirrely from Timid. Timid may not have a wing here. They're kind of a little bit tippy-tappy here.
I didn't totally. I saw the incident, but I had a bad angle from the broadcasting perspective.
Same. We were kind of over the hill. Yeah, I was over the hill too.
I didn't totally see what caused Slotty Bang to spin, but these F2 cars, when racing on the straights in close proximity, they really just lose a lot of downforce. Correct.
As there's just a lot going on here. My angle game has not been the greatest, but we're still trying to get you the best angles we can. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if the stewards, how they rule that, and hopefully they do record it. Well, they have to record it. It's a UNF1, or I guess F2 rule. But again, it'll be interesting to see, as we do got any battles here worth noting, because we do got a big cluster for 7th on down, it looks like, but...
Yeah, it looks like 8,000 RPM is coming up onto the back of Young Chaza. We'll see if he can go. He's going for the overtake. He's got it by a mile.
Oh, toss my sound is left. Sorry.
I'll get him an invite out to him ASAP. Looks like probably an internet issue for sure with Toss.
Oh, we do have Yellow Flag Sector 3. I think that's just the Donsta spinning it. No, yep, that is the Donsta. Bad race for the Donsta F2 cars. He came in kind of cold, so not good time to prepare. Joey's going to make a move around the outside of outside for Silencer, and he'll make that pass relatively nicely, actually. And he's going to try to open the door as Silencer loses the back end. As it looks like Joey's going to try to make a move on Timid here. Around the inside, gives him a little bit of a little fake. And he's going to go and he's going to clear him around the inside. Nice move by Joey TJ Games.
Nice move. You just sent it up the inside.
That he did. As it looks like, I think Tim may have damage because he is he's missing an end plate. He's just sinking through the field like a stone.
Yep. Lost 3 positions there.
I like to point out Cross Tommy has pitted again.
Wow, so tough race for Cross Tommy today. Hasn't gone his way at all.
Yeah, no, I don't know if because he said he wants to roam out traction this race, so
We'll see. We'll see. We might have just jinxed ourselves there, though. He may be gearing up for one of the best comebacks of the season because he is not that far down off the pack, and he's pitted for the tires that he's going to finish the race on.
Yeah,
So,
and I mean the pack though is currently going to sector 3. He's currently just off that the end of sector 1, so he's going to need another safety car. But if he gets it, he could carve his way through like butter. But he's still going. He needs one more help here. He needs the house to kind of reward him.
He could find his way up into like a P8 position though, and get pole for the sprint race possibly. We'll see what he can do because these pit stops they take longer than the F1 cars, which we got to remember.
The good news is Toss Myself was able to rejoin before his car was thrown down down pit road for being an AI, so no time really lost. He will lose like 5 seconds to 8,000, but remember 8,000 does have a 5-second time penalty. Plus, he also is not going to have to pit again. So, bearing a safety car, I think this could be a good race for our sprint race winner last week.
Well, your Toss My Salad is not going to have to put it on my screen. It's showing that he's got 9 lap old.
Yeah, 9 lap hards, but he's going to have to pit again because, I mean, I don't. Can the hards make it another 10 laps?
Well, I think I think the strategy is going to bring him in regardless for the stops.
Yeah, true. He's going to have to make a one-stopper. He's going to have to pit once under regulation, or at least because of tire wear. I think the game may also make him pit once. Because remember, Cross got disqualified in Hungary because of not taking 2 tires. And he did not, and he started on the hards. So it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens. So anyway,
8,000 RPM has actually picked up another 5 seconds somehow. He's got 10 seconds worth of penalties.
Yeah, but the problem again, yeah, that's not good. But he's on the back of either one here, so he needs to keep it clean, or else he could shoot himself in the foot here. He's going to try to make a move for the de facto lead of the race here. Well, I guess it is the lead of the race because unless Crew doesn't pit or either one, he's going to go around the inside here on those fresh hards on the inside, fakes to the outside, and like butter, he gets the move done as long as he can hold in corner 1. Yep. Perfect. That was a nice move.
Yeah, 8,000 RPM has shown a few of the overtakes today where he's shown a lot of skill, but he's got the fastest lap as well. So shout out to 8,000 RPM once again. He's driving a pretty good race today.
Correct. As it looks like Soko Brazy and Dancer are fighting for position. Joey TJ Games is pitting. He's gonna have a penalty to serve. But yeah. Again, they've really spaced out here, and it's just going to be a question mark of whether or not certain cars can make it to the end on the current tires they're on. So we shall see. But right now, again, 8,000 can lead the way. Either one is currently de facto P2. Whether or not he has to pit's a question mark. But right now, he would be winning this race because of 8,000's time penalties. Which I think he has 10 seconds. So yeah, currently... let me put this in the leader. Yeah, currently, eventually got a 3-second time penalty. But right now, even if 8,000 gets 10 seconds worth of time penalties, he's still currently P4. So he just needs to keep his head down and hope he can get some more time on the board. As we do have, it looks like, those are just the... Every time I look at 8th and 9th, I'm like, oh, they're super close, but it's just the 2 AI cars fighting for points-paying positions.
Yeah, let's pray that they don't finish
Timid will definitely
8th and 7th respectively.
Timid will definitely catch him. He's close enough, but I don't know if the Donster can make up 13 seconds.
Yeah, it's looking like 8,000 RPM is going to start pulling away with this one. Good for him.
He is on the fresher tires though. Remember, he's got like 5 lap fresher hard, so his tires are now going to start getting in the groove while either one and the rest are going to slowly lose it. Yeah, no, everyone's made a nice little... Actually, I think Cross is going to try to pass Joey TJ Games, so we'll go for a battle for 13th here as Cross is fighting. Oh, and there goes Soko Brazy into the wall of pit lane. Oh, he resets the track. That was kind of a little abrasive, but that respawn. But we got a battle here for 13th. His cross time is going to go around the inside with those fresher hards, and he's going to make the pass look pretty good. And he's going to be up to P12, but he's still 2 points away from points-paying positions. Something else to alarm you is currently the AI is currently in pole position for the next race.
Yeah, that's what I was just mentioning earlier.
Oh, okay.
So let's pray that they don't get P8 and P7.
I was referencing the points, but yeah, no, that's also not good as well. But again, I think Timmy can catch him, but he's got a time penalty though. So, and he keeps going wide. It's not looking good. But yeah, you're not missing anything up front. 8,000's currently pulling on either one, but right now either one would still be winning this race. Young Chastain coming in late, is doing well for P3, as Slotty Bang gets a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Not going to help him in his cause. Again, it looks like someone's coming down. Avenge King's coming down pit road on his hards. That's kind of interesting to note because he was one of the drivers that stayed out under that safety car. So if he doesn't think he can make it, what are the odds the rest of the field can make it?
Yeah, so we're probably going to see things heating up right now. If he's coming in on his 12-lap old hards, that means that he's probably feeling some wear. So we got a lot of guys that are around that point. We got I the One, Chaza, Toss, Donut Glazer. All these guys in front are going to have to make a pit stop now, including the two AIs. So let's see what the AIs.
Yeah. So if I pull up,
so we get them out of here.
If I pull up tires one more time, that would mean I the One, Young Chestappen. Actually, here's something worth noting: 8,000's only got 4-lap fresher hards, and if he's pitting at lap 12, we're at lap 13. That'd be 14, 15, 16, 17. He'd only make it to 17 or 18 before he's on the same lap old tires. True, it's easier to limp it from 18 laps from one more lap than it would be from 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 6 more laps. But it will be interesting to know if 12 laps seems to be the limit, or at least the limit of what would be competitive. It will be interesting to see if 8,000 feels the pain near the end of the run.
Yeah, it will be interesting
as
to see
either one is pitting. Yeah, either one is currently pitting as well, so he doesn't think he can make it either. But Young Chestappen stays out, and along with Toss My Salad. Maybe he's playing it safe after last week's puncture, knowing he wants to get some points. But
yeah, maybe Crudity has finally learned his lesson with the tire situation. It's interesting. We'll see how Toss and Chaza can perform here. Toss probably stayed out just for the fact that him and Crudity or either one story are probably communicating since they're teammates.
But remember, Crudity, correct. Yeah, because they don't want to stack the Brock. But I want to bring this up, is Cross Tommy's currently in the points, and he's not going to have to pit again, so he could make this a nice recovery drive.
Yeah, I predicted that earlier. I was kind of looking at the strategy, and when Cross Tommy pitted for those hards there, it really worked. It's going to work out for him beautifully. He's going to probably be around like maybe P5.
Yeah, so
He might even be fighting for a podium. Who knows this guy?
Yep, Chung Chazab gets 3 seconds for extending track limits. But yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to be able to pass the AI cars. And he's definitely going to be past Timid. And Timid may be able to make it. So yeah, basically he's going to get at least 4 spots. Well, maybe not less 4 spots. I don't know. We'll see. I think he may be only 8th or 7th.
I was going to mention, sorry, like Young Chaza looks like he's really struggling on those tires right now. He cut onto the grass one corner, and now we'll see if he brings it on the pit road.
Either one did just pass Timid for position, so now he's up 7. As Young Chestappen and Toss Marcel both dipped it down pit road, and Joey TG gets. Now again,
I think we're gonna see.
They both didn't speed. Oh, Toss Marcel sped. Yeah. Oh,
I knew it.
No.
I was on board with Toss. He flew into that pit stop there. He's just too aggressive.
So it'll be interesting to see either one jumps him, because he did have to fight through a little bit of traffic. So it'll be interesting how far ahead either one comes ahead of the 2 driver that just pitted, because he had about 3 seconds on Young Chestappen. We do have yellow flag sector 2. I think that's just a Donster. Yep, that is just a Donster, so we will not cut to that.
It looked like actually. It's a Donster.
Both AI cars have pitted, so.
But it's interesting to say. I was going to say this.
Oh no, we're going to have a fight here. Young Chestappen's going to come out just behind, so it looked like Rudy did not get as much time, and they're both going to be all on fresh softs, so this could be a battle here for what could be.
And one thing I wanted to say, Crudity, aka either one, is the only one without penalties right now. 8,000 RPM has 10 seconds, Slutty Bang has 6 seconds, Young Chaz has 8 seconds, and Toss Myself has 5 seconds. But here's the thing,
they're 38 seconds currently behind 8,000. If 8,000 can hold on for dear life, he's got this. But if he has to pit, it's GG. He's right now trying to make those tires last, because he'll be...
that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing we're talking. If he tries to stretch out those tires, along with his 10-second time penalty and those dead tires, he could lose enough time to lose the P1 position.
Correct. As I do want to point out, Toss who just passed Young Chestappen on a brilliant move, so good on Toss my salads. Young Chestappen got a little bit squirrely. But we do have a yellow flag sector 2. That is a yellow car, so could race around. Again, not going to cut to it because it's kind of far off the way as Timmy gets a 3-second time penalty. Toss is just... Big team orders were at play there. Because it looked like either one didn't put up much of a fight, and because he knows he doesn't have a time penalty, just let Toss go and stay on his toe. maybe a team order. Maybe they're in communication. Who knows?
Yeah, I think
Cue the X-File music.
I think Crudity and Toss both have a respect for each other. They've been racing out at the front of the grid in UNF1 alongside each other, different teams, but they respect each other's talent. So he's gonna he knows Toss has the pace right now, so he's gonna let him go.
Yep, because again, it's gonna help Toss my salad points. He needs to get again 12 points on him, but yeah. Anyway, again, it'll be interesting to see if 8,000 needs to save those tires, and he's got this. But if he hits, this is right now. Toss Masal would be winning this race. Well, actually, no, because the Pedally is either one goes a little wide here. Young Chestappen gonna try to make a move.
Goes down the inside. He's gonna send it into this corner. Let's see who has the bigger balls.
It looks like the inside's gonna hold. Gets a little pinchy, but it's gonna turn to an inside again. So Crudy's gonna have the better line. They're still side by side.
Wow, Chaz almost clips the grass.
Oh, they touch.
A little bit of a wheel bang.
They touch.
This is a corner where they're both going to keep it cautious. Yeah,
Crudy's just going to let him go, or is just going to back off, not realizing it's not worth it.
Crudity was patient there. Good on either one. And for that patience, for that patience, he's rewarded with the 3-second, which is not too.
So now they're basically on even footing, if I'm not mistaken, with Pedalies. Yep. Actually, no, Young Chestappen is 8 seconds, and Crudity, Toss Salad has 5. So he'd still jump Young Chestappen, but I think with interval.
Toss my salad, sorry, just said a fast purple sector 2.
So I think right now either one would be currently de facto P3, but Toss has enough of a gap on either one with that time penalty. He'll be fine, and he's pulling.
Okay, wow. This kind of just crept up on me. Cross Tommy is only 2 seconds behind either one.
Oh,
he's
God.
in P5. He's right here. He's right here.
He is right there. You are correct. You can see him.
We've been watching this fighting up front, and now I'm on board.
Oh, we have a yellow flag. Tibbetts crashed. Sorry.
Oh,
yeah, Tibbetts crashed.
Retired. Oh,
so
no.
He was battling in 6th and 7th, and he just kind of lost it. It looks like.
Oh, he's in the middle of the track. That's not going to cut.
No,
it would have been a safety car.
Yep.
Yeah, it's too late. Earlier in the race, this would have been a safety car, people. But right now, is it going to be a VSC?
No, it's going to be nothing because you can't do a safety car with 2 laps to go. It'd be pointless. So no safety car. They're going to keep fighting as Cross.
Somebody has a. I'm on board with Sogo Brazy. He's limping into the pits with a puncture.
I know, but he does. He's going to make it in, but Cross is smelling blood in the water right now. He's on the back of either one, and either one has a penalty. Half the field up there has a penalty. Cross could be de facto P2 or even the winner, and 8,000 can't make it.
Oh my gosh, this last lap, if Tommy nails these last 2 laps, manages to make
Yellow flag sector 3, that's just actually so crazy, never mind. But yeah, it's right now coming down to a lot of factors. If 8,000's tires hold, he's got it. But if he can't make it or has to limp, like Lightning McQueen in the opening of cars, this could be to Cross's win. Like, he's gonna have to. Wow. He's got time penalties. He's gonna try. He's definitely gonna get the either one here. At least make a move. So we'll ride on board with him. Open up DRS around the inside. Yeah, he's just gonna. He's on 9 lap hole hards though, so I guess the softs kind of wear quicker. But yeah, just around Crudy like he's standing still. And he's gonna be P4. And since Young Chestappen,
he's really been pushing the softs, so they're probably kind of hit their peak. They're on the way down now.
And
8,000 RPM though, I can see the wear on his 2 front tires.
He's just gotta make it.
They are not looking like they're in good shape.
Even if it punctures.
He's losing a few seconds. He was losing a few seconds a lap to Toss. We'll see if he can maintain the gap though. We just have to remember that 10-second penalty though. So
even if he gets a puncture, he just has to limp it. Because he's 33 up on Toss, so he can limp 20 seconds.
He's technically got a 22-second gap right now. So we'll see how quickly Toss can cut that down.
Like if he prays he gets a puncture, he prays he gets it on this straight here. As he's on his last lap here, Young Chestappen gets another 3-second time pass, so any chance of him getting to the podium is now gone because he's going to lose the Cross definitely on penalty, and I think Cross is going to want to pass him. But it looks like it's the end of the road for Cross after Young Chestappen because he won't be able to catch Toss My Salad for the next position. Even with the penalty, I doubt he's 5. Actually, maybe. Hold on, because Toss is 32 and Cross is 37. That's about 5 seconds, and Toss has a 5-second time penalty. So hold on. If Cross can get ahead of Young Chestappen here and then get within 5 seconds, he could be P2. As he just makes the move.
Down the inside, yeah, easily.
As we'll go check on 8,000 real fast. 8,000 is going to sector 2. Still no sign of anything bad happening.
He's taking it really easy right now.
He's got the time. Don't risk it, man. It's not worth it. Cross Tommy needs to get 7/10 of a second, or basically that, to catch up to Toss to get P2, but it doesn't look like he can do it. I think 8,000 can limp it from here, even if he gets a puncture.
Yep, even if he's got a puncture, I think he's got it in the bag.
Yep.
And I don't think he's gonna get one because he's handled his tires beautifully in this last lap. I've been watching him and he's taking it easy through all corners.
I'd love to ask him in the interview section to see how badly he does. Oh, we have a yellow flag sector 3. Is that something happened? Donster, okay, yep. As 8,000 going to come across the line tonight, played the strategy beautifully, got help with the safety card. He will win this race and will finish P1 in the feature race, which again, 2 races in a row he has won. Well, sprint to feature.
Yeah, wow.
Great finish for him.
He's got that confidence in the sprint race last week, and he's picked back up right where he left off. Good for him.
It's like Cross My Tommy when he won at Spain and he racked off 4 straight. Is this the rise of 8,000 RPM?
We'll see. Is this the second coming?
Is this Cross 2.0? I mean, I think he's hoping not because of how that story ended, but still. As Cross Tommy's going to come home in P3. Oh, no. I think Toss had a bigger penalty, so Cross is going to come home P2.
Wow. What a recovery drive. This man, he went from last to P2, so good for him. Shout out
I like
to
to
Cross
point
Tommy.
out, at one point, the gap would have been nothing. Like, Toss would have made up the whole gap.
The safety car was really saving grace to him.
And now he's 4 points. He's lost another 3 points. So he's now 7 points in the hole on what he started with. So now he's 15 down instead of possibly being under 10. Just ouch.
Wow.
As we look for the field, as I think Avenge King is going to start P1 for this next race because he's currently in 8th position. So he is a relatively fast driver, but inconsistent. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles the pressure starting on pole. But as we take a quick run down the order here, 8,000 wins this race. Actually, I'll do it when we get to the screen here. But a good drive for 8,000. Cross Tommy with a great recovery drive. And Toss My Salad is going to be kicking himself for not leaving points on the board like that. Joey TJ Games gets driver of the day. So we do have a comment here. Let's see if any of the drivers said anything worth noting while we wait here and look.
Yeah, it looks like Toss My Salad wants to send in a video clip of a few penalties to contest the P2, but other than that, drivers look like they're all
8,000 they're celebrating on the podium. But yeah, it will be again interesting because if he gets those penalties revoked, or at least shortened, stewards are gonna have a long day at the office. Let's put it like that. As they nice and celebrate, ART gonna be happy with their drive for 2 in a row. Cross happy in himself, and Toss, again, like I said, kicking himself for what he did. As we take a look at the final results here, 8,000 RPM, as I keep saying, won the race, Cross second, Toss third. We'll quickly run through those. Either won in 4th position. Crudy was hoping for a little bit better, but, I mean, after puncturing last race, relatively good for him. Joey TJ Games in 5th, which I don't think we even said anything about Joey TJ Games with that. He was, like, near the back, and he was able to get up to 5th. I'll tip my hat to him as well. Young Chastappin, again, being cold, coming home in 6th. Slotty Banks in 7th. Avenge King in 8th. Donut Glazer in 9th. And I don't know how you want to rule that AI car, so maybe Silencer getting the last points paying position, or we just end at 9. Because that's an AI car, and he's technically not here, so we'll see how that last points paying position gets paid. But
yeah, so it's up to the stewards.
We'll leave it up to them. So yeah, anyway, we do have a sprint race here. This will also be a 50% race. I don't think it'll be that many laps extra compared to what it usually is, maybe 2 or 3, but we shall see. As Avenge King will start off de facto P1 to start the race. Again, nice, beautiful day in Spain, no rain, so no problems. Very quiet for some reason, no noise.
Yeah, it's looking like we got the COVID update for the Barcelona to Catalonia. No fans in the crowd today.
Seriously, you could hear a pin drop. This is weird.
Yeah. So, what are your predictions for the start of the sprint race, Pepsi? We got a pretty talented driver and Avenged on pole. So, you think he could run away with it?
I'm thinking a little birdie's telling me Soko Brazy, if Avenge wins this race, Soko Brazy will be raging in the pit box. But
a little bit of a driver rivalry there.
Yeah, because they're a little not happy with each other, but they'll sort it out. But I'd have to see how the starting 8 goes here, and how many laps we have. Because usually in the previous race, there's only about 5 laps. So actually, it'll be 13 laps.
Yeah, so this is a race where like we can see drivers really show off their talent. There's obviously the safety car now is into play, so it's a race where we could see guys move up and down the order.
So
actually now that we have this 50%er, I'm probably maybe looking forward to this more than the feature race now, because we got some talented drivers looking to make their way through the field.
correct. But it is worth noting that, like I said, because unlike the previous race where it's only 5 laps, so it was very hard to kind of carve your way up through the field, or 6. Here, it's 13 laps. That's more than enough time for 8,000 Cross and Toss to work their way through the field. And something else worth noting is I don't know if you have to make a one-tire pit stop or not. Again, F2 rules are a little abrasive to me. I know if it was UNF2R rule standings, you don't, but I'm thinking about the game. Will they force in the pit? But the hards barely will make it, so if you start on the hards and don't have to pit...
as Donson unfortunately gets DQ'd from the formation lap again, so that's not going to be good for him. But one thing to note to your question, Slotty Bang is on a soft compound, so he's looking to pit.
Yeah,
so,
he's looking to just get quickly ahead.
If we could take the information or the data
crunch the numbers
from the last race, our drivers at the top of the order were on about 12 lap old hards when they started a pit. So this race is 13. So I think.
But 8,000 did make it to 14, though. I just want to point that out. He did make it to 14. He was limping.
Yeah,
so.
I think you could take them all the way, but would it be faster to pit for a soft tire?
Yeah, and how will the game rule? That's another question that we're not 100% on either. But quick rundown: Avenge first, Slotty second, Young Chaz Stappen third, Joey TJ Games in fourth, Either One in fifth, Toss Misailed in sixth, Cross seventh, 8,000 eighth, Donut Glazer ninth, the Two Way Eyes, Big Papa and Stefan 10th and 11th, Silencer 12th, Donster 13th, Timid 14th, Soko Bracy 15th, as one of the pink cars has stopped in the chicane for some reason. Toss, I think, spun on the formation left, so that's not good. Soko Bracy 15th, and the World 16th, and Novaraki 17th. So, as we don't be alarmed when, I'm just letting the viewer know, don't be alarmed when Big Pop and Stefan go off in the distance, because they are AI cars, so it's just kind of a bug, so they're pointless. Just ignore them.
Yep.
But I don't want to say it, drive, because I don't want to jinx them, but I think anyone that top 8 can get this win.
Yeah,
5 red lights,
right now.
and wait for Grandma to run across the track to plug in the lights. Someone did jump. Someone did jump. I saw someone move, and now they're reversing. I don't know who that is, though. So someone may have just jumped start, or the game may have glitched, but someone went forward and stopped, and now he's stalled on track.
I think was it Donut Glaze? Was it Travis?
Maybe.
Or no, maybe looks like it was...
Slotty gets the good jump going to corner 1 here. Young Stab's going to go aggressive to the corner here. He's going to try to hang around the outside, but he's not going to be able to make it work. It looks like everyone's relatively safe in comparison.
Timbet gets spun around. Other than that, we're clean, though. It's just a little bit of a wheel bang.
Correct. Looks like everyone else is kind of relatively holy. Oh, we're going to go 3 wide going to that corner there. Give me a good angle here, please. As it looks like everyone's still relatively good. We got a big cluster of cars here fighting for third. Avenge is sinking like a stone. Oh, we got a lock up here. Big fight still. Yeah, this is not going to be good going side by side in this corner. Toss is trying to make his work up way up the field. Got to go a little aggressive here. Got to slot back in line. Is it me or all the cars kind of bumpy going over corners like they're on like little speed bumps? They all look like they're shaking. But that may just be a glitch with the cameras. We still got a big fight here. Everyone is still relatively close. Oh, and someone gives him the chrome horn.
Oh, Sogo Brazy has just been late on the brakes right into the back of Donut Glazer, which caused kind of a few spins there.
Didn't get a good angle of that because I was watching up in 3, 4, 5 right now as we got a lot of cars fighting, so it'll be interesting to see how the stewards handle that one. Oh, it's Joey TJ Games losing the front of the field. Oh, I think that was Toss. It just took his wing off completely.
Oh, it's our penultimate leader, Slotty Bang, dove into the pit, so obviously he had some wing damage. So now we got Young Chaz Stappen, who is our penultimate leader. He's pulling a gap to Toss My Salad, who you just mentioned has wing damage. And it looks like, other than that, that brings us back to our midfield kind of gap where we got Avenge King, Either One, Cross Tommy, Nova Rocky, Silencer, and Timbed, who I don't know if he has wing damage on that
Cross.
lap 1 stick.
Cross makes a beautiful move on to either 1 for 6. Something that did cross my mind here is, do you think that Slotty pitted because maybe he wants to get on the hards quickly and get that stop right away?
Yeah,
get away from the traffic.
Maybe I should have. I didn't get a chance to look at his pit
Yellow
stop.
flag sector 2 here. I think it's just the Donster lost it again.
Yeah, Donster lost it again. Looks like he's going to be struggling in these F2 cars. But to your, to your point, I think Saudi Bang. No, he's oh my gosh, Saudi Bang. He took it into the pits and he put him on a fresh set of sauce.
What?
So,
hold on, I gotta check this.
So that's his race out the window.
Yeah, unless he gets a safety car. That was I don't know. I guess he hired 2018 Red Bull mechanics who left the tires in the blankets, because that was a mistake. Oh. As we do have Crudy getting hounded by both Carlin cars, it seems. Cross is trying to pass Bench King here. Both of them have raced before, so it'll be interesting to see. They seem like they're cool with each other, so we'll see how much of a fight they put together. As Big Papa and the World sets the fastest lap of the race. Actually, and the World, who we didn't say much about in the last races.
He's that's an AI.
Oh, that's still an AI. Okay, my mistake.
Yeah, that's actually what happened was the person that you saw stall out was Stefano.
Okay.
So we have 3 AIs. The one that stalled out was Stefano, which was the original feature race AI, and then we have End of the World. He sent a message to the steward room. We had to spin Don.
3 wide battle. 3 wide battle for 7th. 3 wide battle for 7th. 2 Carlin cars are fighting. Because they're fighting for position here, trying to get past the either one as they're fighting. Oh, we got a VSC. All right.
Yeah, we got a VSC. There was a big. Right as you were talking about that battle, I was just about to point out Silencer and the Donsta got into a big spin that caused this VSC on just in turn 1.
All right, let's hold our breath here. Take a minute to catch a breath. I think Sly re-pitted.
Donut Glazer was involved as well. Yeah,
Silencer lost it again.
Yeah, he's struggling right now with those tires. You can see there's gravel all over them. He's got to go into the pits probably.
Good news, Slotty's pitted for the right tire this time. Bad news.
So he could maybe find himself coming back. He's about a lap down though, so.
Yeah, he's gonna need to get 20 seconds or at least, because the pit window here is about 30 seconds, so he needs to get within 20 seconds of the leader. And I just don't think that's possible. So we're still waiting for the. Let me pull up a gap here.
Yeah, our top 3 is kind of bunching up now. We got Chaza, Toss, and Cross.
Young Stappen. Oh no! Young Stappen just sped under the VSC.
Oh no!
That's
giving him a drive-through.
Yep, he's gonna have to take a drive-through. So Toss Marcel is now de facto leader. As the 2 heavyweight titans of the league are fighting right now for the de facto P. Well, they're not fighting right now, but they're currently 1-2 for position. As it looks like Toss is just gonna make a lunge on Young Stappen, gonna try to put a car between them 2. And Young Stappen gonna try to come back here, but looks like Toss was a little bit easier in the brakes there. So Young Stappen's gonna get stacked up, and that's gonna basically put him in the claws of Cross, as he's just gonna let Cross go. Young Stappen just let Cross go.
I think Chow's is probably gonna retire this in the pits. He can't be happier right now. If he's got the drive-through, he may just be taking this one into the pits. But
Donut Glazer just go down pit road again too, along with Silencer. So nothing back there with noting. As Avenge King is Young Stappen just letting people guide.
Donut Glazer just served a drive-through, I think, along with Silencer. Yeah, they're serving drive-throughs.
As it looks like right now, Tafos myself will now pass Big Papa's AI for de facto lead, but Cross is hounding the back of him as either one gets a 3-second time penalty for speeding under the safety car. As we got a few battles around the track here, but some of them are AI, so it's a bit hard to judge who's who. But it looks like we do have a battle for 7.
Avenge King is sticking with sticking onto the back of Cross rather well. He's keeping that gap.
The fact of P1 here as Cross is. Oh, I think Toss Marcel got a little squirrely and he stopped it in the apex there. And it caused Cross to stop too. If someone's driving down pit road, that is Young Stappen. Ethan McGlynn joined. I don't know who that is. He's not going to be able to raise anyway, so ignore him. Anyways, Cross is going to make a move here. Oh, a little bit of a block, you could say. Went one way, went 2-way. And it looks like Cross will still get the move done, though, and he'll take over the de facto lead of this race. But Toss is not going to let him go quietly into the night. He's going to try, well, he looked like he was going to try something, but it looks like he thinks better of it. He's just going to try to maybe stick behind here and try to pin his battle here. Avenge is only a second behind, too, so it's not game over for Revenge either. If he can stay relatively close, he could maybe pick up the pieces if something happens. As both Carlin cars are fighting for 6th, relatively kind of close to each other, and either one, his silencer gets a time penalty as well. So anyway, as we toss, Yev's falling down the P3. Carlin cars are kind of close together. Either one is currently kind of not far off the Carlin cars. Novaraki keeps 3-second time penalty. Something worth noting, 8,000 has not really worked his way up for the field as well as the other drivers he finished ahead of. He's currently P9. And like how everyone else worked their way up to the field like sliced like butter, he just kind of stayed back. So it's interesting to see. We didn't really see exactly what happened, but it looks like his front wing is in good condition. It's really maybe just bad start.
Just a matter of putting in a bad
Cross
start.
Tommy goes to the sandpit. Cross Tommy goes to the sandpit. Is going to allow Toss to get really close here on the DRS range. I guess it's gravel pit, not a sand pit. Either or works. Different circumstances, folks. He's going to make a pass here on the outside, and he's going to make it cleanly work because of Cross's mistake, and that's going to allow Toss to retake the lead. And 8,000 did just set the fast lap of the race, so maybe we shouldn't doubt him.
Yeah, Bench King is benefiting from this battling up front to Toss and Cross. This is allowing him to kind of stay within range.
He did lose a second, though. That's the thing. So he's not keeping as well on the back as we thought he was. Cross is going to kind of use all the track and maybe try to think a move on the outside, but thinks better of it. This is our best battle we currently have on the track. As Toss goes a little bit wide there, clips this grass, but keeps Cross in line, I guess you could say. No harm, no foul. But it's going to allow Toss to keep Toss and Cross, that's a wordful. As they're able to hound the back of him here. Now this corner here, relatively both drivers are keeping it close. So Corbrazy retires from the race in pit road, so nothing really to report there. Good on him. That's what you need to do in this league. As Cross is going to set up the back, he's going to have DRS here. Will he try to make a move? Similar to Donster and Frecci. Nope, he's going to stay behind.
He maintains patience there.
Don't want to throw it away.
I thought he was about to send it down the inside, but he's got better judgment than I do.
Yeah, shades of Donster and Frecci. So I think it was bring back PTSD flashbacks. But anyway, as Cross is still relatively on the back, so he's going to have a good lunge here. As long as he doesn't go too wide, both drivers...
As you said, they're pulling a gap to event, so these two are really going to be our fight for the lead.
Toss has the best lap of the race.
Cross Tommy's got DRS wide open. He moves to the inside, back to the outside. He's got the move done. Let's see if Toss comes back.
Toss still holding it.
Wow.
And
that inside curve's got to be cautious. He's got the move done, though.
Yellow flag, sector 1, sector 2. I think that's Silencer someone. I don't know who that is. I don't really care to find out.
I think Slotty Bang, yeah, we're good on that. Don't worry about it.
Yep, no. Because they were coming up to the leaders. That's why I was wondering, hoping it wasn't someone like the Dalsh that would be named in Austria, but whatever. Anyway, as Cross is now P1 again, can Toss keep on the back? He did set the fast lap of the race, but he's now almost a second down. His work for the rest of the field here. Timmons actually able to pull a gap on Nova, so the Carly cars have been able to just kind of separate a little bit. 8,000 able to pass either one while we were watching the battle for the lead. So good for him. And then the 3 AI cars are 8th, 9th, and 10th. With Young Stappen 11th, Slotty in 12th, and that is Donut Glazer. So I think Donut Glazer was the reason of the slowness. Or maybe it was someone else. Doesn't matter. Anyway.
Waiting to return to track now.
Which is respectable. Knows he's not in the fight anymore. No reason to hold him up. So Toss is out of DRS range, or just barely out of DRS range. So he's not going to be able to make a move here. Presumably. So yep, he's just going to have to. He's not even going to get DRS. So I think Cross is going to probably drive away here, unless he makes a mistake.
Yeah, we'll see it. Toss is a good driver that'll keep his head down though. See if he can make some time off this lap.
Yellow flags are again. Silencer.
We're gonna be seeing guys possibly coming to the pits now.
As 8,000 just passed Novaraki for 6th, so good move on him. 8,000 again, not really the sexy driver, not really the driver you're gonna like. He's flashy and he's pointing out names, but he's consistently getting it done. He's like an average player, like the cog in the machine that gets the work done, but you don't really notice him. He's doing good.
Yeah, his driving style is pretty consistent. If you look at his lap times there, they're all pretty consistent. He's always hitting the apexes. He's not making too many mistakes.
So yeah, 1-2 still the way it is. Avenge King kind of nice third position. He's really lost touch to Toss, so it looks like there's a little bit of a gap forming, and it looks like he's actually falling into the clutches of Timid. Timid did not have a good featured race, so he's looking to maybe get a nice recovery drive in the sprint race to show that he still belongs. So every week the competition gets stronger, so you need to keep your foot down. 8,000 though trying to get to Timid though, and there's a relatively good gap there. It looks like, nah, those are the AIs again. Yeah, other than that, that's really our main battles. As actually, sorry, I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, Cross was gonna pit, and he sped.
Oh, he gets a 5-second.
No! Yeah. He had a gap and he had the faster car. Why'd he risk it?
Toss and Avenge stay out. Along with, yeah, everyone has stayed out except for Crew, either one, and Cross Tommy.
Correct. Why did he speed? He had the gap. He could have risked it, but he decided to be aggressive. I don't get the lot. Yellow flag sector 3, that is against Silencer. Silencer, you probably should retire the car at this rate, mate. I don't want to be mean, but... yeah, you spun it like 5 times. A little bit of lag there for Toss, some Cody's lag, but not anything worth noting, just probably with spectator cam. Vengeance second, Timid in third, 8,000 in fourth, Nova in fifth. So if they have to pit again, all of them are going to have to pit. So, but Cross does have a 5-second time fighter for speeding, so if Toss doesn't speed in pit road, maybe he can do relatively well.
Yeah, I think Cross maybe pitted a lap too early too. We saw in that first race that Toss mentioned in the party chat, the soft tires are about, they're kind of dead after 2 laps if you're pushing with them. So you got to kind of be careful that these tires don't fall off a cliff on like lap 12, lap 13.
It also looked like the undercut was not as strong as the overcut around here because I, the one who did the undercut, couldn't jump Young Chest Happened and Toss My Salad, who both finished, were ahead of him and repassed him. So it is interesting to note that I think the overcut's stronger around here than the undercut, at least in the F2 cars. As 8,000 on the back of Timid here, he may try lunge here for de facto P4, well, depending on Cross shakes out. And he's going to make a move here. Going to go very late in the brakes here, but he's going to get the move relatively done nicely. Nice and smooth. Makes it look easy. Now he's P3 of the race. Something else worth noting is Avenge is slowly cutting into Toss My Salad's gap.
Yeah, he's kept his head down as well. Another talented driver. He was on pole position. Can't remember exactly what happened, but
he just kind of sank like a stone. He sliding past him off the line, and then he just kind of lost a couple of positions. But he's really cutting into Toss's gap. Like he was 1-8 going in the start of Sector 1. Now he's at 1-2. Is something wrong with Toss?
I think what happened was Toss's tires really felt the wear and what I'm trying to say is he was pushing hard across. They were racing really hard. Avenger's kind of hanging back behind him, benefiting from that fighting, and so his tires are probably in a better condition right now than Toss's.
Correct, but right now every lap you see he needs to bit then because every lap he stays out, it's allowing that Cross that 5-second penalty.
Yeah.
Cross already gained 4 seconds.
Look how much Avenger's gained in this third sector right here. Toss is probably going to bring this into the pits right now.
He should. Is the keyword of the day. Let's see if anyone joins him. No,
wow,
he stayed out. Why?
Oh, interesting.
Toss.
I wonder if he doesn't feel that he's losing time.
Maybe he made a mistake that we didn't see. But we were riding on board with him as Nova, I think, pitted or something after Nova. Anyway, but it just. This is the second week in a row I've been baffled by a Toss My Salad decision.
Yeah, the top 4 guys have kind of agree with him though, so I guess those guys on those 10 lap lists, they kind of want to.
Is fighting Timid.
I wonder if these top 4 guys are not going to pit. I wonder if they're trying to take it out all the way.
The question is, will there be a penalty waiting for them if they do?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. From my understanding, I think they can just take this one compound all the way through.
Maybe. I guess we'll find out in 2 laps, depending on what happens.
Yeah, see if they pit.
Yeah.
Be interesting.
Because if you do get disqualified, then that's going to be a question mark on how we rule this, or how the stewards rule this, to be phrase. Because we could rule it one way, the stewards rule it another way, but it'll be interesting to see. Is actually, that was against Sounds, but yeah, Avenge actually tosses pulled another little bit of gap on Avenge, so it looks like he's not terribly losing time as either one gets a penalty for cutting. As Silence now goes down 2 laps. But yeah, it looks like Toss is now regaining some time, so maybe he just had a bad lap. Maybe he made a mistake, or Avenge really pushed. But 8,000 is catching, and he's actually on the back of Toss, because not Toss.
Yeah, so
Avenge.
Toss is not put again, so I'm thinking they're not going to box this race.
Well, he's got one more lap to make that call, and then we'll find out what happens. But Avenge, 8,000 has caught to the back of Avenge. But I like to point out Cross is, yeah, if they have to pit, this is Cross Tommy's win. Because Cross is only 14 seconds behind Timid, and then that's like relatively, yeah, that's the leader actually. So yeah, Timid, so it's relatively good. Oh, as Avenge goes wide, and if 8,000 is able to pass him for second, and that's going to open the door for the Carlin car to possibly pass him as well. So Avenge just kind of went wide there, maybe got a little bit of the chrome horn. I'll have to check the replay, but it'll be worth noting that 8,000 just passed him for second.
Yeah, Timbet is on the hunt now.
Yep, correct. Trying to find something to say. I was looking for the field here, just trying to find something. It looks like, yeah, Cross is within 9 seconds of Timid. 8,000 could make a move here on the inside. Nah, he's kind of far back, unless he makes an aggressive, kind of stupid lunge here. Nah, he'll stick relatively behind.
I was just kind of looking at some of the regulations here, and I'm almost positive that these top 4 drivers are not going to pit. They're taking these hard tires all the way.
Well, we'll find out here as Toss is about to start the final lap of the race. Let's see what happens. The thing is, if Toss gets DSQ'd, it could allow Avenge and Timid to quickly jump it down pit road if they're quick enough. Nope, they're all passing it, so we'll find out. What will happen? Nothing! So this is for the de facto P1 of the race. So yeah, no penalties. Unless they get disqualified at the end of the race, not they let them finish the last lap. But I'm going to assume they would have penalized in the L5 Section 2 for Donut Glazer. Yeah. Anyway, Toss is currently leading this race of 8,000 in second. I don't think 8,000 can catch him unless Toss makes a mistake. Timid on the back of Avenge. Wasn't able to make a move in that corner there. A little bit too far back. He's going to have one more good opportunity here. That's for the last spot at the podium right now. So if Timid wants to put a cherry on the crap Sunday that he's had so far this weekend, a podium would do that just fine. As he's currently still hounding the back of Avenge going to this corner here. It looks like he's better for the corners, but Avenge is better on the straights. As Young Staff gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. As he's going to go through this corner here, Avenge, it looks like Timid got the better corner here. Avenge got it relatively weakly, so it looks like Timid's going to have the better run going to this corner here. Avenge backs up a little bit. All right, we're going to have a move here going to the corner. Timid's going to have DRS here. Is he going to make the lunge on the outside of the next upcoming corner? He's going to make the move, but he's going to just take it a little too conservatively on the brakes, and he's not going to be able to make the pass happen because he should have went a little deeper. As Avenge is going to hold on to the position, I don't think there's anywhere else to pass. As we're fighting through the lead here, as Avenge is still getting hounded on the back by Timid, but I just don't know if Timid's going to be able to make a move here. But as they come around the last corner, Toss My Salad is going to win this race, and he's going to at least get a good finish to end the race. 8,000 RPM going to come home in second, one of the best races so far of his young career.
Timid got a better exit. Wow!
He made the pass work.
Fantastic. Wow, what an exit from Timbet, and he gets the pass on the last corner. Great racing on that last lap from Timbet.
Correct. Timid, I was up with the leaders for a second, came back, so just the tail end of that, I wonder if Avenge, because he looks like he's good on fuel, at least according to his onboard camera. So I think, oh yeah, he can't even control fuel, so what am I talking about? Yeah, he just got a bad exit. Good on Avenge. I'm a bit Timid for finish on the podium. Yeah.
Yeah, and congrats, 8,000 RPM. Great race there. He worked his way up all the way to P2, so. So we gotta wonder, I kind of want to get Cross Tommy in here as well, maybe, after we interview our 2 race winners, to see if he had a different understanding of the pit strategy, or pit rules.
I would like, again, I want to praise 8,000 RPM, because that was good performance. I mean, we could maybe in the era of 8,000.
Yeah, he's had a great Saturday.
Let me just knock on wood though, so I don't jinx him. So next week at Belgium, he just bins it. So let me knock on wood real fast. And
yeah, so I'm gonna get those guys to invite for the party. If you want to go to maybe gallery mode there.
Let's just wait for the final results screen here to finish up, and we will do that. So Toss Masad wins his race, 8,000 in second, and Timid gets a great move on the last corner there, and he's able to take on P3. Venge in fourth, Cross Tommy in fifth, and I'd have to check the rest in a second, but Timid gets drive of the day, well deserved for the sprint race. It's worth noting that I think Toss My Salad, relatively speaking, makes up for some of the mistakes, but he could have got a lot more points on the board and closed that gap. Instead, now he has to settle for still a net loss.
Yeah, that's been kind of an ongoing narrative with Toss Mysalid. He's kind of left some points on the board and not gotten the performances that he maybe deserved. He's kind of had some incidents and kind of not come out on top the way that he would have liked.
Correct. I hope Cross Tom is still not having those party issues like last night. Because if he is,
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
this interview may not be as good as we're hoping.
Yeah, it looks like we're not going to get Cross Tommy for an interview because he's actually suffering from some kind of network issues with this party.
So yeah, well,
open
let's see real fast. Toss Masala got 15 points and Cross Tommy got 8. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 7 points. So he basically they negated as a net 0 this weekend. Toss is able to net 0 Cross Tommy, and the gap will stay 8 points going into next week.
Interesting. So yeah, it's not the Saturday that Toss would have hoped for, but
yeah, he left points on the board as he's listening to us badger him. As he's listening to us badger him. Sorry, Toss. We're just kind of running over some details here, but that's your top 10 there. Quick rundown. There you go. Look it on the screen. Memorize it. Perfect. I guess we didn't go right away. So Toss first, 8,000 second, Tim at third, Avenge fourth, Cross Tommy fifth, and the rest you saw on the list. Now, welcome to the booth, 8,000 Toss. You both have been here before, so I don't think I have to run down the spiel of the make sure your party audio is good. So I think we're all relatively good to start this interview. Let me just go to the gallery real fast, and I will throw the first question out to 8,000 RPM while I go there. So 8,000, can you hear us?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's doing well. I guess the main thing I want to say is you started on the hards in the first race, you kept your nose down, and then that safety car came out lap 5, and that basically puts you in the catbird seat. What were you thinking when that safety car occurred?
Yeah, I remember starting the softs for the first race, for the feature race, because my plan was to go soft to hard anyway. Then the safety car came out, and I was just like, right, if this safety car stays out long enough, I can take this to the end. So I was overall quite happy that it came out. At first, I was like, I don't quite know what I'm going to do here, but it started to fall into place, really.
And then you had that little collision with the Donsta. Sorry, you had that little collision with the Donsta or the Petty. Were you worried that was going to screw you?
I had two of them, actually, 5 seconds each. I thought I was done at that point, if I'm completely honest with you. I really thought that was the race gone.
But then everyone else had to pit, and then, well, I guess my last question, maybe Fretchy has the same question, but what were your tires on? Because you made them last alongside everyone else. So what were your tire percentages on?
They weren't pretty. They weren't pretty,
I was assuming near puncture range is what I was going to guess.
About mid 50%. They were,
okay.
Okay, so maybe
it was terrible.
We were thinking because we had saw Sogo Brazy there at the back of the pack. He had a puncture, and we were kind of wondering on that last lap. We were wondering on that last lap there if you were like you were taking it you're driving beautifully and just taking it cautious through all corners, and we were just kind of thinking is he on like the verge of a puncture right now?
I just thought the leader hard. I remember what happened to.
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I'm just saying. I remember the race last week as well, the feature race from last week at Silverstone. What happened, I think, was Curti when he blew a tyre. So I was literally just driving, thinking, right, I've got a huge gap here. I just need to bring it home. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything, flashy or out there. Just bring it home, and see what you can do. That was kind of the plan from there, and I guess it worked. I guess it worked out.
Because the puncture rating is around 70, 80, as I should know. But so yeah, only hearing it's around 50 kind of makes me wonder why the rest didn't try to stay it. But I guess they were kind of sitting ducks. But if I was in Toss or the other position, I would have said, let's stay out because he has 10 seconds with the time penalties. But maybe they would have been sinking like a stone. And I guess we'll ask that question to Toss in a second. But now I'll move on to the sprint race here. You didn't really get as best a start as we were hoping because you did kind of stay in 7th, but then slowly you chugged your way through the field, it seemed. And I even noted him, he didn't get that good of a start. Then he's like, all right, now he's 6th, now he's 5th, now he's 4th, now he's 3rd, now he's 2nd. So I made the comment that you're not Mr. Flashy, you're not Mr. Sexy, as you would say, but you're a driver that just consistently goes out there and does well. It's someone that, when you're listing off the stars, like Hamilton, Leclerc, and then you're like, oh yeah, Perez is good. Perez is not flashy, but he's there. I don't know if
Never
you'll take
been
that as an
compared to Perez
insult.
before.
I don't know if you'll take that as 100% an
I'll
insult.
take it. I'll
but
take that. I think he's one of the best drivers in the grid right now, actually. So I'll take that.
I guess the
all day.
question is that
100%.
I guess the question is that are you like did you believe in the plan, or did you think after that start that all right, we're just fighting for maybe back at the points here?
Well, what happened was in lap 1 I got taken out, got put to the back of the pack. So I just thought it was kind of the same sort of mentality as what it was after the safety car restart of the feature race. Head down, see what you can do. That's kind of the idea, and I don't know how that happened, but somehow I managed to finish second. So it went well. Shout to Toss for winning that one. Well deserved, well drove. I was following him all the way through, and he had a good pace for the whole thing. So congrats, buddy.
Great performance. Thanks.
Great performance. I don't know if you got enough to really catch the leaders, but you can put a nice little performance here today. Maybe you'll get a good call for UNF1. Maybe someone will be on the phone right now trying to maybe Herman Monko you or Horner have you on speed dial, ready to take over a second driver's seat. But thank you for joining us. And now we'll move on to Toss by Salad. Toss, you had an alright qualifying, and you allowed Cross to get some 4 points here. And then during the race, it looked like everything was going. Like Cross having that accident on lap 1, it looked like everything was going well. And then you spun, and then the safety car came out, and then it looked like Cross was just like a man on water, and he was just basically pushing through the field. So I guess my question is, take me through your thought process during that race, from happy to sad. How did it feel in your perspective?
I was very annoyed because I had to go and transfer my brother's data from the PS4 to the PS5 mid-race.
Oh.
So I had to go and do that. And then I think something else happened.
We know you left around the mid-race point. Yeah, you did spin on lap 3, and then lap 8 and 9.
My internet went, yeah.
And then you had that one lap where you were rushing to get back.
Yeah, my internet went. Yeah. So it was a bit frustrating. I don't think I performed that well. But I think I got P2, I think, because my penalties glitched. I only had 5 seconds. So, and I was like, I think it was 5.8 in front of Cross.
Yeah, it was 5.8 at the Cross, and they gave you 10. So
have a look at that.
If the stewards do rule in your favor, you would actually get a
well,
net
for me,
gain
it
of...
only said 5.
Sorry to cut you off there, but I just want to say, if that is correct and the stewards do rule in your favor, then the net gain, instead of it being a net 0, it will be a positive, I think, about 3 points. So you'll actually be 5 behind Cross instead of 8.
Yeah.
But then I guess that was my first question. So yeah, if the penalties are due. But in the sprint race, it looked like you did relatively well. You started off relatively in the back, and then you carved your way up through the field, and you didn't put a foot wrong all day. But I guess the question is, when Cross pitted, were you worried that your tires were questionable, or did you believe in the process like 8,000?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Cross pit about lap 8, and my tires were already on 45. So I think I dropped back at least like 5 seconds. Every right hand I was conserving my tyres. I think I finished on about 63 because I started pushing again the last 2 laps when I saw 8,000 was catching up again. So yeah, I was nervous, but
because you did have that one lap where it looked like you got a little squirrely and you lost over a second, so you were wondering what was going wrong. Then you pulled back, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So, unless Fretch has got a question, because I've been kind of dominating the questions here. So,
Fretch back a bit, and I think.
Yeah, no.
Was the right idea.
I just want to. Yeah, you just had another good performance today. You kind of maybe feel a little bit frustrated leaving some points on the board, but I think if you just keep this up, then only some more good can happen, and really just.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's gonna come down to if you can just you and I, the one, aka Crudity, can pull off some good performances and close the gap to Trident.
Because he did pull up a relatively good performance in the Constructors today, so you're still fighting for the Constructors easily.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And no, I wasn't here, so we gained a bit there.
Yeah, thanks.
I did, and I'll sign off on this with you. Remember the quote I told you: the deer hunter doesn't see the mountain.
Yep, I kept that in mind today.
All right, so thank you, Toss, for joining us, and hope you can have a good performance next week at Belgium.
Thank you.
So I think that will do it for
Thank you.
me and me and Fredgie. Jeez, it's been a long race. These 50% tire you out. But yeah, for me and Fredgie, next week on January 9th is going to be the race at Belgium. And
Looking
that
forward
will
to
be
that
at
one.
and that will be 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then next week on the 10th, the return of UNF1, the two new tiers.
Return. Dun, dun,
The
dun.
two new tiers will be joining us with Tier 1 and Tier 2. We'll be at COTA, or Circuit of the Americas, to start off the first round with some new faces, some new teams, but still the same old UNF1 goodness. So Donut Glazer will probably be in the booth for one of those races, so you'll get to see Travis
Yeah.
again in commentary if you're getting tired of us.
And a reminder to any viewers right now that we have tryouts Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, starting tomorrow, 2
Yep.
p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. Central European Time.
Correct, and check the About page on YouTube. There should be all the links there, including the link tree and all the other stuff. Click the driver application form if you want to send an application. I'm not 100% you'll make it, but there are 40 open seats, so make sure you put your fight down, make sure you fight, and maybe you'll get a seat on the grid. Maybe you'll impress someone. But if you don't take it personally. It's just you have to keep performing, keep proving, and maybe one day you'll get on this grid. But regardless, that's gonna be me and Frecci signing off here for Spain, and next week we'll see you at Belgium. So for speaking for Frecci and myself, thank you and good night.